All right, guys. Welcome back. Technical difficulties. I did not know that if your iPhone rings while you're recording a video, it stops your video. I've gotten text messages before while recording, and it was fine, but someone called me, it totally cut me off. So that's okay though, because I was having lighting issues. So anyway, I actually didn't have time to finish filming. So it is now Friday, April 13th, and I'm back for part 2. So we're just going to make this a two-parter. So we're going to go through projects I have fully kitted up, ready to start, options for Stitch Maynia. I got to be honest, some of these I might start before Stitch Maynia because they are really tempting. Actually, you know what? Let me show you guys, because it's been a couple days. I worked some more on my Paula Vaughn piece. It's Job's Tears. And here's what it looks like. And I'm making this for my mother for Mother's Day. And I put a few more stitches in that. Actually, I think I got like quite a bit more progress than last time you guys saw it, which was a couple of days ago. It's still in the Q-snap, so it's a little bit, you know, warped from that, so pardon. I haven't done any back stitching. This is just filling in. But look at that. Those curtains are coming together. I think when I showed it to you, I started the curtains. Since then, I filled in all of this window and this curtain. So it's coming along swimmingly. I definitely think that could be done by Mother's Day. I really want to work on something else. Actually, I mean, this is a joy to stitch. It's actually quite fun. The curtains are kind of annoying. There's lots of little colors moving all over the place, so it's been kind of a pain. But otherwise, it's a pretty fun piece. And I think once I get this curtain done here, then this is all quilt, and the quilt's like, you know, pretty much block. So I think it'll start to go really fast. And I know if I just need to stick with it. I'm going to stick with it, but I would love to be like, I'm almost done. I can put it aside, play with something else, and still finish it up. But I really need to finish it by May 1st, not just by Mother's Day. I need to finish it by May 1st so that I can do Stitch Maynia. So I've got a little more than 2 weeks, and I think it's totally doable. I just need to dedicate some time. So this is my whip. I am actually going to have like a really awesome stitchy weekend this weekend. My boyfriend is going out of town for like a boys weekend, so I'm just going to stitch. I'm probably going to I think I'm going to marathon season 3 of Outlander. Maybe some other stuff. There's other things I want to watch. Maybe definitely think I might watch Pride and Prejudice. I've been wanting to watch both versions, the Colin Firth BBC version and the Keira Knightley movie version. So maybe I'll do that and stitch. And then I did get one little teeny bit of haul since Monday or whenever it was I filmed that other one. Not much. There was someone who had posted, so Stitches, etc. had posted on Instagram that she was going to put up some new needle minders. And then she showed like a preview, and I was like, oh my God, I need that. And she's like, they're going up tonight or maybe tomorrow, something like that. Anyway, I forgot to actually like go back to Etsy and get them. And so when I remembered like the next day and I looked, they weren't there, and I was like, oh, I missed them, darn it. And then randomly, like a week later, I was looking at something else on Etsy, as you do. I spend lots of time on Etsy. And I was like, let me go take a look at her shop again. Like, not expecting her to have them by any means, but she did. So I think she just didn't put them up when she said. So I got it. And I gotta say, highly recommend this seller. I bought it, paid, she might have shipped the same day. I had it within 2 days. So the needle minder I bought was this Freddie Mercury. Yes. Yes. Freddie. You know how Michelle Garrett, Bendy Stitchy, has her Han needle minder on like all of her current whips? This might be like on my current whip, like using it all the time because it's the bomb. But I couldn't stop there. I threw in another one, so I got 2 needle minders from her. This one is amazing too. So it's Wednesday Addams from the Addams family. It's as portrayed by Christina Ricci. I don't even know how to say her last name. It says, I am smiling. For all of us who have a little darkness inside. Okay, so that was haul. So, all right, not whips. Potential starts. Okay, I'm gonna, I think I was like 3 or 4 in when I was so rudely interrupted by my boyfriend calling to ask about dinner plans. So I am gonna like quickly do those again, just in case someone didn't watch the first part and whatever. So, okay guys, I need your input. I have over 50 projects here, so I'm gonna try to go quick because this video is gonna be really long. 2 questions I have for you. First, let me know what you want to see me start of all of these things I show. So comment. If you comment it, I will do it. Some of these, like I already know I'm going to do, but if you want to see one of these and you comment, I'll do it. The other thing I want to know is, should I do the classic Stitch Mania of 18 new starts? Or should I do 31 starts for the whole month? Because I have more than 31. So let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, so I had this from Good Morning Maui on Etsy. It's a Golden Girls pattern. It says, thank you for being a friend. And I think this will be a very quick stitch. And so, God, I've had that forever. Some of these I've had forever. And just haven't started them for no good reason. Second one is from Just Cross Stitch Magazine, April 2017. And it is a primitive hare called Believe in Dreams. Very nice. Very nice. I'm not going to be able to put all these up. I'll just have to do it later. All right. Bought this. I've had this for a while. I've really been intimidated just to take on another huge project. It's Dimensions Gold Collection Aurora Cabin. Very popular pattern. Very popular for a reason. It's gorgeous. This is like definitely like a bucket list. Like a bucket list cross stitch for me. I will do it. But it's so big that I'm always like, not today. But I think that maybe Stitch Maynia is the time to finally open this up, crack it open. Thank God the threads are already sorted. I hate those kits that just come with huge bundles of floss and they're like, good luck. Okay, and I think this is the one I was cut off on. So this is an Etsy seller, Mrs. Pagati. I'm never quite sure how to say that. Mrs. Pagati. It's P-E-G-G-O-T-T-Y, I believe. She mostly does art prints, which are really quite awesome. And then she turned some of them into cross stitch. So this is Jane Eyre. And it's just beautiful. I think it's so beautiful. So that's an option. This is an oldie but goodie. And look, it's one of those kits where, see what I'm saying? the thread is not sorted for you. So it takes 2 hours just to like sort out the kit, even to start it. I bought this on my road trip to Texas when I first started cross stitching. So when I was driving to Texas and I was cross stitching on, where is she? Beauty and the Beast, my first cross stitch project. We stopped at a Hobby Lobby down in Texas and I bought this in the clearance aisle. It's Busilla Collection Southern Bells. And I love it, and it's beautiful. But again, just like the dimensions, it's one of those big ass, one of those big, you know, huge projects where you're like, and this is my total being so naive, you know, I didn't know how time intensive cross stitch was. So I had started the Beauty and the Beast kit and I hadn't quite realized how long it was going to take, and got a little big for my britches and bought this big old beast, not knowing quite that this is a commitment. I do love that piece. I think it's beautiful, and that's why I've never gotten rid of it after all this time. The Primitive Hair, Jane Eyre. Love this one. Oh, maybe I should watch that movie. You guys, did you see that movie, the Jane Eyre with Michael Fassbender and Mia, oh God, I don't know how to say it. I'm going to say Wachowski. I'm not sure how to say that name. I love that movie. Oh, I wonder if it's still on Netflix. It used to be on Netflix. That might be another one I got to watch this weekend. All right, this is so fun. Like, I actually just put all this together like a week or two ago, but I've already forgotten like half of these patterns. So this is like exciting for me to be like, ooh. Little House Needleworks, Giving Thanks. This is just a fun little small, should be pretty quick. And again, these are all kitted up. Like I have the Fancy Floss or DMC or whatever. I've got the fabric. These are ready to go. This one I got in Estes Park at a Stitchinden, which is mostly a yarn shop, but they also sell some cross stitch, and not a ton of cross stitch. They're more into like the painted canvas or needlepoint or what. I never quite know what the difference is between all of those. They're like the needle arts that aren't cross stitch. So this is a Fireside Originals. It is the Stanley Hotel, and this is a terrible picture. I bought this the first time I went there, and then I actually was gonna get rid of it. I had decided I wasn't going to stitch it, and then the next time I went to Estes Park, I popped in again, and they had a wall model, or a model on the wall, and I was like, ooh, because this picture does not do it justice. So the cat's playing with the ball. So it was actually really lovely. So then I was like, no, I'm not getting rid of that. I need to stitch that. All right, next up we have Abby Rose Designs, My Soul is Fed. We got all the beautiful weeks. Look at those, so pretty. Oh, this is fun. This is a cute little kit I bought by Cherish Stitches, How Doth the Busy Bee. It comes with everything you need, literally everything, to stitch this and then finish it into this cute little cushion. I mean, it doesn't come with the scissors, but it comes with the fabric, the trim, includes linen, ribbons, limited edition overdyed thread, lining fabric, button, bamboo chenille for cording, and the chart. Isn't that cute? I don't know why I haven't stitched that. It won't take any time at all. I guess you could say that for all of these patterns. No, some of them will take plenty of time, but why haven't I stitched them? I don't know. Too much to stitch, too little time. All right, we've got Little House Needleworks, Needlework ABCs. This is the original, the OG, not the autumn or the spring or the winter, just the regular original one. Got that ready to go. This is like Christmas. Mill Hill. I love charmed ornaments. Love coffee. That's a really cute, nice little Mill Hill. I really like these little bitty ones. Oh, they stitch up really fast. And I do love coffee. That reminds me to take a little sippy sip. That is coffee. All right. Ooh, I meant to start this one before now and I just never did, so my bad. This is an Etsy pattern. The seller is, I cannot pronounce it. It is the craziest name, and bless their heart because this pattern is gorgeous. But why on earth did you name your Etsy shop something that is so unpronounceable? It's Xrestyk. Zrestik? What the hell is that name? I'm sorry. However, this pattern is awesome. So, it's Harry Potter inspired. Always. All right, next up. Ooh, this is a fun one. Someone had posted this like on Stitch Maynia or something last year, and I had to run out and buy it. Had to run out and buy it, but haven't started it. It's a big kit, but look, threads are sorted for me. It's a DMC, Henry VIII. Really cool piece. And I have seen this, like someone posted their finish, and it's very beautiful. This is another one I really want to get to. It's by the Heartstring Samplery, and I've had it for ages. And just never started it for no good reason. Heartstring Samplery, Stars and Diamonds. It's lyrics from a Bob Dylan song. Probably not a great picture for you, but it's from Boots of Spanish Leather is the song. Ooh, this one, another one I'm so excited to get to. This is Plum Street Samplers Nantucket Girls Sampler. Now, you guys might recall I already have a Nantucket piece. Little House Needleworks. Nantucket, I think it's called, oh, Old Nantucket, which is also beautiful. So this is another Nantucket piece. I told you guys I have a thing about Nantucket. I don't know. So this piece is gorgeous. Ugh. Very pretty. Next up. Oh, this is a recent purchase. This is an Etsy seller, Nikki Pattern, Nikki, Nikki Pattern. And this is Watercolor Boba Fett. Someone posted this on Stitch Maynia completed, and I was like, yeah, I need that right now. Where is it from? She replied very quickly with the seller. I had it purchased within 2 minutes. Absolutely. Sorry, I don't want to like lose pieces, lose my pieces. This is a Jeanette Douglas. Oh, did you guys see Michelle Garrett, Bendy Stitchy, her last Flosstube, her latest Flosstube with Jeanette Douglas? Starstruck. She took a class with her. She got her on her Flosstube, like doing an interview, and then, bless her heart, Michelle enabled me because Jeanette Douglas has a new series coming out called I think it's called Letters from Mom, and I had seen it on like Stitchy Box, had sent an email and whatever, and I was like, oh, it looks kind of pretty, whatever. I don't know. I was like, oh, I'll have to wait and see what that's all about. Couldn't tell just from like the sneak peek. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about all that. And then Michelle like zoomed in on each little section, and they are stunning. And I need it. Go check it out. So anyway, this is Jeanette Douglas, Take Time to Collect. And it comes with a little pack of the stuff you need for it, as some of her charts do. Exciting stuff there. Next up, we've got Rosewood Manor 4 and 20 Blackbirds. I gotta be honest with y'all about why I bought this. So it says, sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. But the reason I had to have it was because I was obsessed with Hamilton. I still am obsessed with Hamilton, the Broadway musical. But I was like really listening to it like all the time on repeat, and there's a line in the musical about they only take British money, so sing a song of sixpence. And so I saw this and I was like, yeah, I need that. That's my story. Okay, what else we got? Oh, this is like a super random. I bought this at the thrift store. It's a book on Dory floral designs in cross stitch, which is just I was like, not my style. But then I was flipping through and it kind of caught my eye, this little Sleeping Beauty scene. So it comes with like these cute little Sleeping Beauty like motifs to stitch as like a piano cover or something. Like, what? I love like vintage cross, like the stuff y'all were doing with tea towels and like table runners. Anyway, bless your hearts. I want to stitch this one, Sleeping Beauty with the spinning wheel. It's really small. It's like 80 by 80 or something like that. So that's a possibility. Just say Sleeping Beauty if you want to see that. Oh, this is a pattern, so I can't show it. It's a really, I'll flash it really quick. It's like a quick little like stitch. So it says no, oh, I don't know how to say this right. It's from The Handmaid's Tale, the book, and it was in the show too. It's a Latin phrase, nolite, I can't say it, nolite bastardes carborundum, I cannot say it, guys. It means don't let the bastards grind you down. I need to stitch that. It's an Etsy seller. Okay, I also got Brooks Books Little Women, and I've got all 4 that I'm gonna do on one piece. So here's the first one. This is Amy, but do I want to pull them all out? Let's pull them all out. You guys might want to see. So I'm going to stitch all 4 in a row. So although it is 4 separate patterns, I'm going to consider this one piece. So there was Amy. Here is Beth, sweet Beth. You guys know I'm obsessed with Little Women, and I read the book in January, and it was wonderful. This is Jo, very pretty. And then here is Meg. I don't believe Meg had red hair in the book. Or the movie. I just read that book and I don't think she had red hair. Whatever. It's still pretty. Barbara Anna Designs Let It Snow. Very cute. Love that pattern. The Little Stitcher, The Little Match Girl. Love this one too. Now, it's winter holiday stitching. But that's okay. There's no reason we can't do that in May. This is also an Etsy pattern, and let me see if the seller has written their name down anywhere. That's so weird, right? Like you buy the pattern and you print it out, and I think these sellers like forget to like put their name on the pattern. I can't remember where I bought this from. Yeah. You guys, I feel really bad. I want to give them credit, but I honestly can't find their name. So this was a pattern I bought on Etsy. If anybody like desperately needs this pattern, let me know, because like if you can't find it with an Etsy search, let me know. I'll look up my purchase history. This picture got a little warped, but it's a Star Wars pattern. Bless this wretched hive of scum and villainy. The actual piece is going to be more shaped like this, like a rectangle this way instead of this way. It got a little distorted. So that should be a really quick stitch. Just don't have the time. This is another Mrs. Pagatti from Etsy, and this is Hug Your Darcy. Look at that brooding, handsome Mr. Darcy. Okay. Oh. I've had this one forever, and I'm finally like, I am stitching this. It's Plum Street Samplers, the Queen's Sampler Elizabeth 1. It is gorgeous. Look at that. Bought it ages ago, and it calls for NPI silks, and I was like, oh no, those are pricey, I don't know. So I bought the pattern and just sat on it forever. Now I'm like, yeah, silks, hey, take my money, give me the silks. So, and it's only like $5. It's not even a lot. So I'm gonna get them, or I did get them, and I'm gonna stitch that. Oh no, this one, oh good, I found it. I had my place marked and it fell out. This is designed by, so it's Cross Stitch Crazy. It's always really hard for me to tell on these magazines where to find the issue. I think other people have said the same thing. It's like impossible to tell what dang issue it is. It looks like this on the front. Cross Stitch Crazy. Does it say anywhere, like the table of contents? Oh, welcome to the March issue. I believe it was last year, March 2017. Sure. So this is a design by Jody Rice called Run to the Hills. And I've seen very similar on Etsy, so I don't know if they're like copying her or she was copying them. This is a pattern I feel like I see a lot. Kind of got that Satsuma Street vibe. I thought that was really cool. Living in the mountains and whatnot. This one is The World of Cross Stitching. Why on earth would we put the month and year on the front of the magazine? Why would we want to do a crazy thing like that? What is wrong with these British people? It does not say what freaking issue it is. There's no number. There's no month. I honestly don't know. It looks like this. The World of Cross Stitching. The pattern I've selected is a Shannon. Now in the magazine they say Shannon Wasiliev, but I know that she's a designer that goes by the name Shannon Christine. So maybe that came after this magazine, like that she changed her designer name. But anyway, here's the pattern. It's called Belle of the Ball. Pretty. And then I think this is the last magazine. Cross Stitch Crazy January. I think January 2017. It looks like this. I bought it because I wanted to stitch this castle. But now I don't know. I don't know if I want to stitch the castle. I'm kind of like, nah, maybe. So what I do want to stitch is this adorable pattern called Snow Angels. And it does not... Oh, it's by Belle and Boo. And it's called Snow Angels. And it's so cute. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Cute. All right. The end is in sight, guys. The end is in sight. All right, so more Nikki patterns from Etsy. So I've got 3 more from her. So I've got 4 total, and I could stitch all 4 of them for Stitch Mania if you guys want to see it. So we had the watercolor Boba Fett. Now we also have tattoo Boba Fett. That's what I'm going to call it because that's what it looks like to me. Tattoo Darth Vader. And tattoo clone. Any and all of them. You let me know. My pile's like falling over. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this one, I kind of want your guys' input. Okay, so this is the Victoria Sampler Woodland Babies. What I want to know, and look, they're so teeny, like quick little stitches. What I want to know is, would you count this as 3 projects, 3 starts? Or would you count this as 1? What do you think? I mean, they're really little. I was going to count them like as 1. But now I'm kind of thinking maybe you count them as 3. Oh, this is one I just showed in my last video, part of my new haul, but I've got it kitted up. The company is called Thistles, and it's called My Sister Is, and it says My Sister Is Bester Than the Bestest. And I've got to stitch this twice because I have 2 sisters, Jenny and Jessica. Well, Jennifer and Jessica. And so I have to make it for both of them. This calls for like 100 gentle arts. No. Yeah, look at all that. I mean, I own some of them, but I'm not buying all those. I've got other classic colorworks and gentle arts and whatever. I'll just eyeball it. I mean, you could just eyeball colors and pick what you want. There's nothing like crucial that has to be exactly the called color. This is a cute, okay, I don't have any Lizzie Kates. I don't own any patterns. I haven't stitched any. I get the appeal and I appreciate Lizzie Kate. And I know some of you, really love Lizzie Kate. I'm fine with Lizzie Kate. Her patterns for me are always like, there's always something like I can't put my finger on, but there's always something that just kind of holds it back for me from being like a must stitch. Like, I don't know. It's like there's always a little something missing or something. I kitted this one up because I was going to stitch it for my mom for Mother's Day before I found the Paula Vaughn piece that I was going to do instead. So I don't know if I'm going to do this like for myself. If I stitch this, I'll still be giving it to my mother. Plant Love. She is a gardener. So if I do that, it'll be a second Mother's Day present, I guess. Oh, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Greetings from the Parks. Bought it, have not started it. I gotta be honest, I was kind of disappointed in this because, I mean, the more I've looked at it and thought about it, I do like it. I like the design, but I expected it to look like the Happy Birthday National Parks. So I was a little surprised, like, that it's literally, like, just little blocks, you know? That was, but I like them. They're done very well. And I do like them, and I do want to stitch this, but I was surprised that it didn't quite look like the other one. And then I was honestly, I gotta be honest, like, I was pissed that Rocky Mountain National Park didn't make the cut. I mean, Yosemite, Grand Canyon, obviously those are big ones. Kind of mad Rocky Mountain National Park's not on there. They need a third one, and they need to put Rocky Mountain National Park on there. Okay, this is from the Gift of Stitching e-magazine that you can't buy anymore because she closed up her Etsy shop. This is In the Meadow with Jane Austen by the Sampler Girl, and I love the Sampler Girl, and I have many, many, many of her patterns. I think you're going to see a couple more here coming up. And this might be my favorite one. I think it's just gorgeous, and it's DMC. It's not even like fancy stuff. But I think the colors, like the red and the blue, I just love it. I think it's so pretty. And it's DMC. There is no charm equal to tenderness of heart. Oh, here's another Sampler Girl, also from the Gift of Stitching. At Home with Jane Austen. And it says, there is nothing like staying home for real comfort. Like a long skinny piece. She does those a lot. She does a lot of those long skinny ones. But there's more. This one is by the Sampler Girl, but not Jane Austen, which is a little more rare for her. This is On the Moors with Emily Bronte. It's from Wuthering Heights. On the bank of heath in the middle of the moors with the bees humming dreamily among the bloom. Very nice. This is Moira Blackburn, The Hope Sampler. This was a recent purchase. It features an Emily Dickinson poem. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And Rosewood Manor just did their own pattern with that line. But I liked this one more. And look at all the birds on it, guys. Look at them birds. Look at that moth. It's awesome. All right. What do we got? Little House Needleworks Deck the Halls. Just a cute little quick ornament, probably. Pineberry Lane. I love Pineberry Lane. Pineberry Lane, Autumn on Marigold Lane. Really like that. Oh, I showed you guys this one not too long ago because I said I was going to try to work on it, and then I didn't get to it because I had other stuff to work on. This is Brenda Gervais, Crumpets and Tea. And I truly believe that this is a terrible picture. Sorry, Brenda, but I don't think this does justice to probably how great this is actually going to look. It says, a garden tea party of 3, 'twas me, myself, and I ate all the berries and cream, myself ate all the crumpets, 'twas also I who ate all the pie, and passed the tea to me. I've always liked that one. I had a little soft spot for it. I lost my fabric for this one. Sorry, guys. Hold, please. Like Stephanie says, hold, please. Oh, I found it. Okay. This is Little House Needleworks, Star of Mine by Diane Williams of Little House Needleworks in the Gift of Stitching magazine. Just love those little house patterns with the little houses. Well, this is a fun one. I bought this, no, someone bought this for me for Christmas. There's a Star Wars cross-stitch kit that you can find floating around. Like, I've seen it at Barnes & Noble, and I think they got it at Costco. I mean, I don't think it's still there, but that's where they got it. Star Wars cross-stitch, and it comes with, like, Ada and Flosstube. And what I'm going to stitch is this one, the Death Star, as it's disintegrating in space. This is also from the Gift of Stitching magazine. It's Double Dutch Sampler by Sampler Cove Designs. And this is absolutely stunningly beautiful. But I'm going to do something really crazy and totally change up the colors into something like really unexpected. My fabric is like this dark teal. And I've already started like pulling silks to figure out the 3 colors. It only calls for 3 colors. So to figure out my 3 colors. This is Tempting Tangles Persuasion. Jane Austen inspired. It says, "There's nothing like staying at home for real comfort." I have that on another pattern, but hey, I'll stitch it more than once. This is, I showed you guys this, I think, last video. I'm stitching this for my boyfriend. It's the Clouds Factory Clerks. But I'm changing that quote. The quote says, "This job would be great if it wasn't for the effing customers." I'm going to change it to, "I'm not even supposed to be here today," which is my favorite line from Clerks. This is, I printed this in black and white, and it's a really teeny tiny baby picture anyway, so you're not going to be able to see a whole lot. But this is the Sampler Girl Sense and Sensibility sampler. It's a really long, skinny piece. But like, see, it's just printed a little bitty picture. And it is, it's Sense and Sensibility, but it's a Shakespeare quote that kind of like plays a role in the book. "Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken." I just showed you guys this in part 1. This is my Fiddlesticks Hobbit mealtimes. Want to get that going. This is, again, I apologize, not a great picture. This is from Etsy, Kaniki's Prims, I think is what they're called. Kaniki's Prims and Whims. And this is Raven, Moon, Nevermore. I bought it for the Bewitched Stitches at EAP Macabre Sal, and I bought it in February, I think. The only reason I didn't start it is I didn't have the right fabric. And now I do have the right fabric, but I'm trying to get that Paula Vaughn done for Mother's Day, so I just haven't had a chance to start this, so. Bad black and white picture, sorry. You get the idea, it's dark and creepy. Just bought this at Hobby Lobby. Taya Gouverneur. It's called Honeybee. So that's all kitted up and ready to go. Okay, we really are getting close to the end, guys. I've got just a couple more. This was an Etsy seller, I believe called, Why Would We Write It on the Pattern, right? someday when I make my own patterns and I sell them on Etsy, I'm going to make sure on every page I write whatever I decide to call myself. I think it, you know what, I'm pretty sure it's Love for Cross Stitch, but it's a number 4. This is a bad picture, but it's a really cool watercolor skull. And I'm going to stitch it on black. Primitive Hair, Pride and Prejudice. I really have wanted to start this and not wait until May. I'll zoom in real close on that one. Really pretty, just a couple of colors. 2 more. Another Primitive Hair, Lizzie Borden Took an Axe. Yes. We love this one, don't we? We all love this one. Okay, and the last one, guys. The last one. Brooks Books, Little Mermaid Sal. Look at this. Is that not stunning? Just stunning. I could not find the right fabric for this. And let me tell you a story about this thing, first of all. It's going to be enormous. It's 12 parts. I did the math. She said if you stitch them all, I don't think it's on, I don't know if she wrote it on here, but it was something like 400 stitches by some, it's huge. It's huge. I'm actually going to do a different layout that she suggested, but it's still huge. It's like 300 something by 300 something. It's enormous. So I couldn't find quite the right fabric, but I went to a store and was looking at fabric in person, and I thought I had found one. It was just beautiful. I thought it was just perfect, but it was 28 count. I really wanted a higher count, but I was like, you know what? That's so great. Go ahead and I'll take it. Like, let's cut a piece. She laid it out on the table, and before she cut it I got a good look at how big it was going to be. It was the size of like almost a twin size quilt. You guys, it was stupidly huge. Stupidly huge. So I was like, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I changed my mind. I can't do that. That's too big. How would I ever get that framed? It was like a child-size blanket. So I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I got to think on this. And I bought other fabric for other stuff. And I thought about doing 36 count, and then I decided I would do 40 count because that will really make it a manageable size. Now, Brooks Books does like beading and stuff, and that's going to be really difficult on 40 count. I think I'm going to skip the beading. I'm going to do like the metallic threads. I think I'm just going to skip the beads if I can and just kind of fill them in with DMC or whatever. Because I think the design will be beautiful regardless of the beading. And again, like I said, I want it to be a manageable size, so I'm going to do it on 40 count. But I still couldn't find the right color. So I dyed my own piece of 40 count fabric. So I bought Zweigart Vintage Country Mocha because I wanted it to have a little bit of like a dirty base to start with. And then I over dyed the Vintage Country Mocha. I used my favorite fabric dyeing method. Let me show you. These are, I get these as like they're tie-dye. These are, were a yarn dye. It's a yarn dyeing kit, but it's the same stuff as the tie-dye. Comes in these little bottles. You add some water, you shake them up, and then you dye them. But what I like to do is if you don't really thoroughly shake them, then you get these really interesting splotches of color on your fabric from like the unmixed dye, and I really like that effect. It's like kind of confetti. And I like that. So that's what I intentionally like undermixed these so that I could get that splotchy effect. At the end of the day, I am so happy with how this turned out because you guys know, if you've ever dyed your own fabric, you have no idea what it's going to look like when you rinse it out. I mean, you hope, but you don't always know. And this is, I mixed like 4 colors together, like a navy, a bright blue, a green, a brown, like hoping I could get to this ocean color, and I got the ocean color. Crushed it, nailed it. Who knows how this is going to show up on the camera. But let me tell you guys, in real life, it's the perfect teal ocean color with my random splotches of weird colors, which is what I wanted. I wanted it to be a little dirty and funky. So I love it. I have to decide which side to use because believe it or not, there's like a little bit of a difference. It's very subtle. One side's a little richer and one side is a little less rich, but I think the other like rainbow colors show up a little better. So I don't know. There's this one little spot here and I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera, but it looks to me like a kaleidoscope of like glass when light makes a rainbow on glass. I don't know how well that's going to show up. You can kind of see it, right? Right there. It's like when you shine like light through a glass and it makes that rainbow. How cool is that? I love it. So that's what I'm stitching on 40 count, hand dyed. This is what I'm stitching Little Mermaid on. Okay. We're done. Whew. Take a bow if you made it this far, guys. You are the real MVPs. So, okay. That's it. Those are all, and now I gotta put all these away. Ugh. These are the Stitch Maynia potential starts. So leave a comment and let me know what you want to see, and don't feel like it has to be just one thing. If there were 8 things you loved, like let me know. Let me know. I hope I've enabled y'all to do some shopping because it's one of my favorite things. Is to be enabled and be like, pause, let me run to the internet and find this thing you're just showing on your Flosstube because I need it. So if you do have any questions about anything, about how to find anything, if I wasn't clear about where it was coming from, just leave me a comment. Otherwise, let me know what you want to see, and let me know if you want to see me do 18 starts or 31 starts. I'm still totally undecided, so I might just go with the flow, what the crowd says. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a long one. Thanks for hanging in. Hope you all have a great day, great night, great evening. I will see you again soon. Bye.